Hello and welcome to this week's weekly vlog. Hello, how are you all? I'm feeling refreshed and relaxed and calm because last week Ian had a week off work, so we got to spend some really good quality time together, and it's not often that Ian gets time off work, so it was really enjoyable. And we just I think last vlog, or maybe my Q&A, I mentioned that I've been on a diet for 6 weeks, and we did have some naughty moments where we had a little bit of a deviation from the diet, but it's all good because we carried on working out and we carried on cracking on with you know, kind of trying to be semi-healthy. But I'm really looking forward to detoxing this week because I feel like I kind of went hard last week, but I also feel good. I feel like, you know, when you get to spend time with loved ones and you feel like you don't get to see them enough, and we got to spend some really good time together, so I'm feeling good. Last week we did this thing called Locked in a Room, and it was so much fun. And so what it is you have an hour to figure out all these clues, and you're literally locked in this room, and you have to figure out the clues to try and get the hell out of this room. And so we went there. It was in Bath, so it was a really lovely location, and we went to this cute little kind of quirky shop, and there was this guy sat there on his own, and he was kind of quirky, and there was all these weird like jars of like pickled stuff and like spooky hats and skeletons and stuff sitting around. And he said, okay, you need to take your phones. We put them in a box. You're not allowed to take your phones into the room. So it was all like, oh, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And then he said, right, come on, we're going to go outside because the door's around the outside, and I'm going to let you in, and then you can, you know, begin. So he's let us into this area, and there were some steps going up and round, and then there was 2 doors. And so I'm calling down the stairs because I went up first, and I'm calling down the stairs back to the guy saying, which door is it? Which door do we go in first? And then Ian's behind me, and he's calling back down to the guy saying, oh, we don't know which door to go in, which door is it? And we didn't realise that it was all part of the game, so straight away we looked like absolute noobs. And we spent maybe, you get an hour, we spent maybe 10 minutes on these stairs trying to figure out just how to get into one of these 2 doors. They both had padlocks on them. And then eventually you get into one of them, and the clue was like, we saw the clue to get into the first room within, my dad saw it within the first minute, but we, for some reason, we ignored it and we just played around with the padlock for ages. Eventually we managed to get in, and the first room was really good. It was really kind of straightforward, and we didn't really work as a team, but it worked out well because like we was going around finding different things, and then someone would work something out, and then someone else would be like, oh, I know where the clue for that is. So we did the first room, and then it takes you into a second room, and the second room was so hard. It was so hard. It's all about the padlocks and finding the clues to unlock the padlocks, and the padlocks have got the numbers on them, so you have to find the clues with the numbers. And at one point, I think we had about 5 numbers going around, and there was about 10 padlocks in this room, and it was so confusing, but it was so much fun. And we just got, the whole objective is to get the key, and the key ring has a little teddy on it, and when you get that, you know you're not locked in the room anymore. And we just opened up the thing, and the guy said, stop, your time's up, I'll talk you through the rest of the clues to get you out of this room. And we was like, oh damn it, we basically had it. But he said that like 50% of people that do this locked in a room thing don't complete it. So I feel kind of good. I feel like we did complete it, but we went over by like a minute, so I'm not going to beat myself up too much. But if you ever get a chance, if you can do an experience like Locked in a Room, do it. It was kind of expensive, but it's definitely worth it for the experience. It was so much fun. Also, we went to this place yesterday called Heaven's Gate. One of my neighbours was walking by, and she's got a, oh my god, the cutest Cocker Spaniel. Absolutely adorable. And she was telling us about these walks that she does, and she was telling us about this place called Heaven's Gate. So we drove there, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's in Somerset, and the view, okay, so first of all you park up in this car park. Maggie, my dog Maggie, she's Springer Spaniel, absolute nutter, okay? Absolute nutter. She's probably nearing 7 years old and she's never calmed down. She has never ever reduced the nuttiness. I don't know what's up with her. She's a crazy dog. Around the house, she's so calm. When we take her out, nutter. So we got to this new place and I always get like I get a bit anxious because I think I hope she's not going to play up because she pulls on the lead and then she's one thing after another with her. So we get out the car and we start walking up this beautiful area that's just, it's like a tiny little path and it leads around, it's like a really polished park type place and it felt really kind of posh, and Maggie was pulling and being a nightmare, so we let her off to have a run up the wooded bit, and then, oh hang on, and then we came round the corner and it kind of opened out, and it opened out into this really nice view. It was a really good view. It was of Longley Castle. Is it a castle or Longley Estate? And it was gorgeous. But the problem for me is that I, somewhere along the line, within the past couple of years, have developed vertigo. I never used to have it. And I got as close to the edge as I could, and then my feet started going funny. And, oh, my feet are going tingly now thinking about it. And I kind of freaked out a little bit. And Ian went to the edge of this, to me, what looked like a cliff. But apparently, if you get right to the edge, there's like a slope going down. He goes to the edge with Maggie and she's pulling him, and I'm just like, oh my god, this could end, like all these scenarios are running through my head about him getting pulled off the edge with Maggie. And I don't know why I've suddenly developed this vertigo. It's awful. We were up really high. It was damn high. Like, it felt like you could look out across the horizon. And that night I had terrible dreams about vertigo and I couldn't sleep properly, and I kept waking up thinking that I was falling, and I don't know why I've developed it. I remember when I first started to feel vertigo, and it was when we went to a water park and I went up the flume. I love the flumes. I love the flume rides, like especially like the doublers and ones where you can get your family involved. And I remember going up the steps, and I remember the first time thinking, I can't let go of the edge. I need to hold on. And I remember some kid like freaked out at the top and wanted to come back down. He didn't want to do the ride, and he wanted to get past me, and I was like, I'm letting go of this. And that was the first time that I felt vertigo, and for some reason it's just got worse ever since. I've got over my fear of flying and I've developed vertigo. How does that work? Also last week I doubled up my work the week before so that I had constant things to like release, and one of the things I released was my On ARGUS parody, and I'm so pleased I finally released it, but I'm gutted at the same time. Like, thank you to everyone that sent in your footage. It totally helps me out because I don't have to go like sifting through cinematic after cinematic trying to find things that fit, or filming my own footage. I do think I got some of my own footage in there, but I'm kind of gutted because I had that parody written when I was doing the rep grind. You know, that the parody was done, it was there, it was good to go. But the track didn't come out until last week, or the week before last. So I basically, the day the track came out was the day that I purchased it and did the parody. So it was a bit too late, and I haven't looked at the comments yet, but I think I saw one or two of people kind of saying, oh, this would have been good during the actual rep grind thing, and I know, and that's what I kind of wanted for that parody, but it did come out a bit too late. But hopefully there's still plenty of time until Battle for Azeroth, so hopefully people will still be doing the rep grind and will find it kind of relatable. But that's pretty much it for this vlog. I feel like I've rambled a lot, but it's nice to vlog. I didn't vlog last week, I just uploaded a Q&A and that was pre-recorded from the week before. So last week was mental. Do you remember me showing you my planner last week, week before? And I said like I haven't really got much in, and then it got crazy. So why have I put Pam's birthday in there? My memory is so bad. I have to literally write everything down or else it goes out the window. So this week, this week I've written deficit for today regarding this week, because last week, as I mentioned earlier, we did go a bit ham with we had a couple of naughty meals, so I want to kind of be on I guess a calorie deficit this week, and I'm just going to stick to my my banana, my chicken and my tea. So this week's going to be fun. After this vlog I'm also going to be doing a Patreon vlog as well. So I've wanted to do the Patreon vlog for a long time. I actually even recorded it. I did already record it, but things changed and I wanted to make sure that the vlog's not all messed up and stuff. So I'm going to be re-recording that. Oh, I need to frontline Maggie as well so she doesn't get fleas. Tomorrow I'll be recording well, it's not the Friday surprise anymore. It's a Patreon song. They used to be called Friday surprises, but I'm not releasing them on a Friday anymore. I release all 4 songs to my patrons on like around about the 4th of each month, because some naughty people were taking advantage of the Patreon system. So tomorrow I'm going to be recording a Patreon song, and then Wednesday I'm doing a Patreon request song, and also I like last week at about 5 o'clock in the morning I started writing a Game of Thrones composition, so I'm hoping to do that on Wednesday as well. Thursday, haven't got anything in for. You know what I'm like, I like a day where if inspiration hits me, or I guarantee that will be filled with so much crap before the end of this week. And then Friday I'll be releasing, no I won't, oh I've still got all my, see look, for every month I put in the Friday surprise, and I've put it in every day in my planner for the foreseeable future, but it's not coming out this Friday. So that means I've got 2 days this week that I need to fill, and I'm sure I will probably do some Patreon requests or something. But I hope you're having a lovely week, and I will see you on, oh my god, my outro's different now, so I won't see you on Friday if you're a patron because it's coming out at the end of the month. That makes me sad. So I'll see you next Monday for the weekly vlog. Have a wonderful week.